There's a moment, just after midnight, when the world is silent. The stars burn bright and a wide, low shape erupts from stillness with sound so deep, so primal, it feels like the earth itself splits open. This isn't just an engine. It's a war cry. A 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12. One of the last great front-engine, rear-wheel drive V12s in production, roar into life with crackle of pure, unfiltered fury. This is a Ferrari Daytona SP3. Not just a new model, but a resurrection. Over 829 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. A design so aggressive, so sculpted, it looks like it was pulled from a 1967 Sierra Leone's man's prototype and reborn in the future. This isn't just Ferrari's answer to the Lamborghini Sián or the McLaren Speedtail. It's their boldest statement yet. That art doesn't have to die with a combustion engine. From the moment it appears, with its laser-sharp LED headlights slicing through the mist, its massive rear diffuser flaring like a crouched predator, you know this is different. It's not pretending to be electric. It's not chasing trends. It's embracing both, the legacy of Maranello and the urgency of tomorrow. Today, we're diving deep into the all-new Daytona SP3, Ferrari's most exclusive road-legal hypercar. From its jaw-dropping design to its driver-focused cockpit, from its track-shattering performance to its cutting-edge tech, we'll explore how fast it goes, how it handles, and whether it can truly carry the legacy of the legendary 330 P4 into the future. And by the end, you'll know, is this the most important Ferrari since the F40? Or has the brand gone too far to be tamed? Let's find out. Let's start with the way it looks, because the Daytona SP3 doesn't just carry on Ferrari's design language, it redefines it. At first glance, it's unmistakably Ferrari, that long hood, the wide stance, the aggressive posture. But everything about it feels evolved. Sharper, lower, more purposeful. The overall length is 189.4 inches, width 77.8, height just 44.9, making it slightly longer and wider than the outgoing F12 Berlinetta, with a roofline that flows into the rear deck like a missile ready to launch. And with a drag coefficient of just 0.33, it's one of the most aerodynamically advanced production hypercars Ferrari has ever built, a key reason it's so stable at high speeds. Up front, you're greeted by the new slim LED headlights, a signature Ferrari design element known as floating halo, that pulse with light when you unlock the car. It's not just for show. It houses sensors for driver assistance and adaptive cooling for the engine and transmission. On either side are the ultra-slim, full LED headlights, now with dynamic turn signals and animated welcome sequences that light up like a greeting when you approach. The iconic Ferrari grille is wider, deeper, and more aggressive than ever, not just for cooling, but as a statement. It's functional, yes, but it's also emotional, a bold declaration that this car means business. Now, step back and take in the profile, because this is where the Daytona SP3 truly shines. That long hood, the short rear deck, the fastback roofline that flows seamlessly into the rear. The doors open with soft click, revealing frameless windows and flush door handles that pop out when you approach. And look at those wheels, 20-inch forged magnesium alloys in the front, 21-inch in the rear, wrapped in Pirelli P0 Corsa tires, filling the arches perfectly. They're not just stylish. They're lightweight and aerodynamically sculpted, with optional aero covers to further reduce drag. The side profile is defined by two sharp character lines, one high, one low, that run from the front fender all the way to the taillights, creating a sense of motion even when the car is standing still. No clutter, no unnecessary vents. Just smooth, flowing surfaces that guide the eye from front to back. And check out the side intakes, massive, sculpted, and feeding air directly to the front-mounted V12. Every vent, every duct, every curve has a purpose. This isn't just a car, it's a wind tunnel sculpture. Around back, the story continues. You got a full-width LED light bar, not just a strip, but dynamic display that pulses during pit stops and brake checks. The rear deck lifts to reveal the heart of the beast. The 6.5-liter V12, visible through a glass engine cover, its 12 exhaust pipes glowing like embers. And the rear diffuser? Absolutely enormous. Carbon fiber vented, and designed to accelerate airflow under the car, creating a vacuum that sucks it to the track. The license plate is centered clean and framed by the wide track. And under the skin, the rear-mounted engine and transaxle are perfectly balanced, giving the car near 47/53 weight distribution, critical for handling and stability. And let's talk presence, because the Daytona SP3 isn't trying to whisper. It's roaring. It's for the collector who values heritage, the tech-forward driver who craves innovation without pretense, an enthusiast who still believes in the soul of the combustion engine. This is a car for people who care about performance, design, and real-world dominance. It's not a daily driver. It's not a grand tourer. It's a weapon, a machine built for one thing: to go faster than anything else on four wheels. This isn't just a car, it's a statement. Now let's step inside. Because the exterior is a masterclass in modern aggression, the interior is where Ferrari truly flexes its muscles. Sliding into the cabin, the first thing you notice is the space. Despite its low roofline, the Daytona SP3 feels huge inside. That's thanks to Ferrari's new modular platform, designed from the ground up for next-generation V12 vehicles. With no transmission tunnel, no engine block steering room. The result? A wheelbase of 107.1 inches, longer than the outgoing model, which means legroom that's nothing short of first class. Even at 6'3", I had over 5 inches of space between my knees and the front seat. And the ceiling? That panoramic glass roof stretches from the base of the windshield all the way to the rear window, making the cabin feel like a lounge in the sky. The materials? Luxurious, sustainable, and impeccably finished. You've got optional semi-aniline leather, hand-stitched, soft, rich, and available in Nero, Rosso Corsa, or Giallo Medina. Or go for the eco-conscious Alcana weave fabric, made from recycled materials that feels just as premium. Real open-pore carbon fiber trim on the dash and doors. No fake plastic here. Brushed titanium accents. Every surface you touch feels expensive, tightly assembled and thoughtfully placed. No squeaks, no rattles, just precision craftsmanship that rivals the best in the business. Now look at the dash, because this is where Ferrari throws down the gauntlet. Dominating the center is the 16.0-inch curved OLED touchscreen, a digital instrument cluster, and a central infotainment screen, both seamlessly bonded into a single glass-like surface. It's not just beautiful, it's functional. The interface is clean, responsive, and powered by Ferrari's latest F-Manatino software. No lag, no freezing, no hunting through submenus. Climate controls? Always visible at the bottom. Navigation? Crystal clear, with real-time routing that factors in elevation, weather, and traffic to maximize range. And here's the genius part. Haptic feedback and voice control work in harmony. When you press a button on the screen, you feel a subtle click. No more guessing if you actually tapped it. And Hey Ferrari wakes the system instantly. Hey Ferrari, lower the temperature and play some jazz. Done. Hey Ferrari, find the nearest charging station with restrooms. On screen, it even recognizes multiple user profiles, so the car knows who's driving and adjusts seating, mirrors, and preferences automatically. Below that, near the center console, is a beautifully crafted touchpad with physical shortcut buttons. A nod to Ferrari's analog roots, but with a digital twist. It's angled perfectly toward the driver, minimizing glare. And speaking of lighting, the ambient system here is next level. You've got 30 color options, with zones that can be customized independently. Want a soft blue glow on the footwells and a warm amber on the dash? Done. There's even a mood light feature that shifts colors based on driving mode. Cool blue in efficiency, warm red in sport. It's not just mood lighting, it's an experience. Seating? Plush, supportive, and available with heating, ventilation, and massage. The front seats are 16-way power adjustable, with excellent bolstering for long drives. In the back? Even better. Thanks to that long wheelbase and flat floor, rear passengers get limo-like legroom. And the rear seats are heated, with their own climate controls, USB-C ports, and even a rear touchscreen for adjusting settings. This isn't just a driver's car, it's a full family luxury machine. Storage? Surprisingly practical for a performance machine. There's a deep center console with wireless charging 2 USB-C ports, and enough room for your phone, wallet, and keys. The door pockets are wide, the glove box is deep, and the rear armrest has cup holders and controls for the rear passengers. And despite being a performance machine, it's got a real trunk, 12.8 cubic feet, which is more than a Tesla Model S. Plus, there's a front trunk, or frunk, with another 3.2 cubic feet of space. That's enough for groceries, a carry-on, or charging cables. For a car this sleek, it's shockingly livable. Now let's talk tech. Because if the design and interior are impressive, the technology is where the Daytona SP3 truly separates itself from the pack. Ferrari has equipped the Daytona SP3 with one of the most advanced tech suites in its class, and all designed to make your life easier, not more complicated. Starting with driver assistance. Ferrari Co-Pilot combines adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, traffic jam assist, and hands-free highway driving in select regions. It uses a combination of cameras, radar, and ultrasonic sensors to deliver confident, smooth automation. It can handle lane changes, on-ramp merging, and even stop-and-go traffic with near-human intuition. And if you take your hands off the wheel too long, a gentle chime reminds you to stay focused. No harsh disengagements. But it's not just about automation, it's about connectivity. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, fully supported, both wireless. Bluetooth 5.2, Wi-Fi hotspot, over-the-air updates, all standard. You can update the car's software while you sleep, adding new features, improving performance, or enhancing safety without ever visiting a dealership. Ferrari has already rolled out multiple major updates since launch, improving everything from voice recognition to battery management. Voice control? Hey Ferrari, wakes the system instantly, and it understands natural speech. Hey Ferrari, lower the temperature and play some jazz. Done. Hey Ferrari, find the nearest charging station with restrooms. On screen, it even recognizes multiple user profiles, so the car knows who's driving and adjusts seating, mirrors, and preferences automatically. And then there's a Ferrari Connect app, your digital key and command center. Lock or unlock the car from your phone. Precondition the cabin before you get in. Monitor driving stats. Activate the welcome lighting sequence. You can even honk the horn or flash the lights if you're trying to find it in a crowded parking lot. It's seamless, intuitive, and deeply integrated. One of the coolest features? The welcome light sequence. When you approach the car, the headlights and taillights animate in sync, the doors unlock silently, and the interior glows alive, all without pressing a button. It's not just convenient, it's emotional. It makes you feel like the car is happy to see you. And for those who love personalization, the Daytona SP3 lets you save multiple driving profiles, customize screen layouts, and even set preferred charging times to take advantage of off-peak electricity rates. This isn't just a car, it's a smart, connected lifestyle device. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter, performance. Because all the luxury and tech in the world mean nothing if the car doesn't deliver when you stomp the throttle. And here, the Ferrari Daytona SP3 doesn't just deliver, it detonates. Under the skin, you've got a naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12, hand-built front-mounted, and producing a staggering 829 horsepower and 515 lb-ft of torque. That's more than a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, and it's a two-seater coupe. And because it's naturally aspirated, there's no delay, just a relentless surge of power that builds like a symphony, peaking with a scream that echoes through the canyons. And the numbers? They're mind-bending. The Daytona SP3 hits 60 miles per hour in just 2.8 seconds. 100 miles per hour? 6.1 seconds. Top speed? 211 miles per hour. Electronically limited, of course. And it does it all with a calm, almost eerie composure. There's no drama. No wheel spin, no lurching, just a relentless surge and acceleration that pins you to the seat. It's not violent, it's authoritative, but it's not just about straight-line speed. The handling? Razor sharp. The Daytona SP3 gets adaptive suspension with rear wheel steering. Up to 5 degrees of counterphase steering at low speeds for tighter turns, and in-phase at high speeds for stability. The result? A car that feels smaller than it is, dancing through corners with precision and balance. The steering is weighted perfectly, not too light, not too heavy, with real feedback coming through the wheel. And the brakes? Massive carbon ceramic discs, bringing this 3,700-pound beast to a stop from 60 miles per hour in just 102 feet. That's supercar territory. And the best part? It's light. At just over 3,700 pounds, it's over 150 pounds lighter than a Lamborghini Revuelto. That means every input is amplified, every turn is sharper, every brake is more responsive. This isn't just a fast car, it's a lightning bolt. In real-world driving, it's a dream. On the highway, it's whisper quiet, with minimal wind or road noise. The suspension soaks up expansion joints and potholes without drama. In the city, it's easy to maneuver despite its size, thanks to tight turning circles and excellent visibility. And on twisty back roads, it handles with surprising poise. Body roll is minimal, turn-in is sharp, and the rear-wheel drive system keeps you planted through corners. This isn't just a long-range cruiser. It's a weapon of pure performance. Now, let's talk about the engine and efficiency, because what good is all this power if you can't use it without constantly refueling? The Daytona SP3 runs on a 6.5L naturally aspirated V12. Not for efficiency, but for purity. It's not plug-in. It's not electric. It's gasoline, high-octane, race-bred, and glorious. It drinks fuel around 13 mpg under full throttle. But that's not the point. The fuel tank holds 25.0 gallons, giving a range of about 325 miles of spirited driving. That's more than enough for a qualifying lap, a sprint race, or a hot lap that will be remembered for decades. It's not about economy. It's about emotion. About the scream of a naturally aspirated V12 at 9,000 RPM. About the smell of hot oil and burning rubber. About the raw, unfiltered connection between man and machine. Now, let's be real, no car is perfect. So let's break down the pros, the cons, and how it stacks up against the competition. 3 major pros. First, the performance. The Daytona SP3 is one of the most extreme production cars ever built. A true halo car for the analog age. Second, the design. The Daytona SP3 is arguably the most striking performance car on the planet. Sleek, aggressive, and timeless. Third, the heritage. With its front-mounted V12 engine, this car is a collector's dream, a piece of Italian automotive history in the making. Now, the cons. 1. The price. At over $2.2 million fully loaded, is not for the masses. 2. The usability. This car isn't designed for comfort. It's stiff, loud, and focused, perfect for the track, less so for the daily commute. And the competition? The Lamborghini Sian offers more refinement and a more established software ecosystem, but it lacks the raw aggression and driver engagement of the Daytona SP3. The McLaren Speedtail is more track-focused, but it's heavier and less balanced. The Aston Martin Valkyrie is more practical, but it's less powerful. So, where does the Daytona SP3 win? In balance. It's the only car that combines Italian passion with race-bred precision and track-shattering performance. It beats the Sian in driver feel. It outshines the Speedtail in comfort, but it lacks the third-row seating of an SUV because it lacks seats entirely. So, final verdict? The Ferrari Daytona SP3, the rare masterpiece, isn't just a great car, it's a landmark achievement. It proves that a hypercar can be luxurious, efficient, powerful, and stunningly beautiful, all at once and without compromise. It's for the driver who wants the pinnacle of Italian engineering without sacrificing excitement, for the collector who craves heritage, for the enthusiast who still believes in the soul of the combustion engine. But is it for everyone? No. If you need over 300 miles of range, if you're on a tight budget, or if you're not ready to embrace a high-performance machine, this might not be your car. But if you want the perfect blend of aggression, style, and soul, the Daytona SP3 is as close as it gets to automotive perfection. So, what do you think? Is this the most exciting car of the decade? Would you trade practicality for that level of performance and emotion? Or would you wait for a fully electric Ferrari? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and comment below what car you want reviewed next.